like interpreting fish more as meat, utilizing the entirety of the tuna. So there's every part of the tuna ground into that patty.
Do you think Phil Rosenthal likes his job? Now the host of Somebody Feed Phil is bringing some of his favorites into your kitchen. Phil's favorites, recipes from friends and family to make at home, is in bookstores this week. And joining me from New York is Phil Rosenthal. It's wonderful to see you.
It's nice to see you, my friend. And forgive the American spelling on the Phil's favorites.
That's okay. That's okay. We'll cut you some slack there. Listen, there's a real focus in this book on family. And I wonder, when you come home from a location for Somebody Feed Phil, and you sit down with your family to break bread once again, how enjoyable is that?
It's the greatest. I love eating with my family. It's the thing we do the most together.
Speaking of family, there's a whole chapter here, a one-page chapter on your brother, Richard, his choice.
Yes.
And it's a drink. So explain that one.
Well, I wanted to give Richard a full chapter, but I also wanted to give him the chapter he deserves. One page.
And tell us, what do you offer on that page then?
A drink, which is what you need to be with him.
And to be clear, is Richard in the car with you right now?
He's right there.
Oh, hi, Richard.
Look at him. I need a drink. I need a drink right now.
Well, listen, your contribution to this
That's enough of Richard.
Yeah, let's get back to you, Phil. Your contribution to this specifically is a tuna sandwich. So what makes that
which
sandwich...
shows you what a great chef I am.
Okay, but what makes that sandwich so darn good?
The great tuna that I use. That is the secret. It's certainly not my cooking ability. It is the best tuna you can buy. And it's packed in delicious, like very high quality olive oil. And I don't skimp on the tuna. I used to eat, the cheapest one in the supermarket. But now that I'm a big Hollywood muckety muck, I get the good tuna.
But bread is key as well. It's always got to be sourdough bread. Why?
It doesn't have to be sourdough. I like sourdough. It's very good for you. It just has to be very good bread. I'm going to yell now. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are your sound guys ready?
Yeah, okay.
The bread is half the sandwich. This is very important. It's the first thing your lips touch when you eat a sandwich. So it's really important.
How very, very true. Now, we're currently in the...
I like a tomato. If you have a tomato, I like a tomato.
Yeah, you know what? I like diced pickles inside a tuna sandwich.
Nice.
That's another nice touch as well. Now, listen, we're in the 8th season right now of Somebody Feed Phil.
Yes.
Throughout those seasons, you've come to Canada once. You did an episode in Montreal. Will we see you return to Canada once again?
You got to take that up with Netflix. I have no idea if the show's getting picked up again or not. But if it's not, maybe I'm going to find another place to do it. I want to do it the rest of my life. Because it's a pretty good job, if in case you didn't notice.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, whether Netflix approves or not, I'm sure governments and tourism authorities are constantly reaching out to you because it's just wonderful public relations for cities around the world. Is there almost a competition to get on your show?
We do get requests from cities all around the world for us to come, and I love to go. So they're preaching to the choir. I want to come. I do. So, and I love Canada, I have to say. I did my live tour there this year. I played Calgary, in fact, and Edmonton and Toronto and Montreal. I love it. I think it's just beautiful. So yes, my answer is yes, more, yes.
What were your impressions of Calgary while you were here? I do understand you went to a Nepalese restaurant, right?
That was fantastic. Yeah, I thought it was great. I was there a day and a half, so I can't say that I did everything there is to do, but I thought it was great. I loved walking around in the time I was there, and the people who come to the show, I don't have to tell you that Canadians are nice. They're very nice.
Yes, we are indeed. Now, you're not just an advocate for food, you are an advocate for travel as well. I wonder, what do you make of the fact that fewer Canadians are traveling to the U.S. now?
I can't blame them. How about that?
You understand how we
I'm an
feel
American,
about that?
But Listen, I'm not a nationalist. I think I'm more of a humanist. So I'm for right instead of wrong. And in this case, I'm going to say you guys might be right.
Now, I also understand that your buddy Ray Romano never really traveled much until you encouraged him. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we were in between season 1 and 2 of our show, and Ray asked me, I asked Ray where he was going to go on his vacation, and he was going to go to New Jersey. And I said, what about Europe? And he wasn't really interested in doing anything other than going to New Jersey. And so I thought, oh, we got to do that episode. He says, what do you mean? Well, let's go to Italy. You'll go as you and you'll come back as me. And it took him a long time to get on an airplane. He was afraid to go. So I convinced him finally. We went to Europe and I saw him, the person, change.
In what respect?
He got it. Well, he got excited about travel, and especially Italy and the food in Italy and the people in Italy. And right then and there, I thought, oh, this is great. What if I could do this for other people? And so I had this dream of, this show. And it stayed in the back of my mind for years, way past Raymond. And then the business changed while I was doing Raymond. They didn't want that type of sitcom anymore. And so I pursued this travel idea. And it took me about 10 years to get it. But here I am.
Here you are indeed. Do you think in a way that Ray Romano typifies a lot of Americans who might be a little reluctant to break out of their comfort zone?
It's kind of why I do the show, because I think the world would be better if people could experience a little bit of other people's experiences.
What's the most surprising place you've visited so far?
So many. Vietnam is one of them. I grew up in a time when Vietnam was in the news for having war there. And when I went, I was kind of expecting a war-torn country. And that's not what I found. I found a paradise with beautiful people and beautiful food and beautiful scenery. Everyone who goes to Vietnam says it's one of the best vacations they ever had.
I have to ask you, we always see you eating. And I know you don't eat all the time. But
I'm not eating right now. I'm talking to you.
This is true. This is true. How do you stay in shape?
Oh, good question. I work out every day. In fact, I just came from the gym right now.
Oh, really?
And I have to work out every day. The trick is to make your bad habits, like sitting in front of the television and eating potato chips, and replace them with another habit. Because we do need habits. So my new habit is going to the gym. And I feel it's such a habit that I feel weird if I don't do it.
Okay, so what's the routine? You're on the treadmill, you're doing some weights?
All of it. All of it. I either am on the elliptical or I'm walking outside or I'm lifting weights. Yes.
Gotcha.
Got to do all of it, especially if you're as old as me.
Now, I understand you're about to open your own restaurant named after your mom and dad. When will it open? Where will it be? And what should I order?
It's going to open in about 2 weeks. And yes, it's called Max and Helen's. And it's in my neighborhood in Los Angeles on Larchmont Boulevard. And it's just classic diner food. Is diner culture as big in Canada as it is in the United States?
To a certain extent. I get the sense it's perhaps greater in certain parts of the U.S., but we do have a bit of that culture here as well.
I'm talking about breakfast all day and sandwiches and burgers and, milkshakes, things like this. That's American classic diner fare.
And what should I order then?
Oh, all those things. Working with an amazing chef named Nancy Silverton, who's one of the best chefs in the world. And my son-in-law is running the diner under her and executing it perfectly. And his new wife, my daughter, is also there overseeing the diner. It's so great. It's a real family business. And I would say Nancy Silverton's patty melt is one of the best things you'll ever eat.
Sounds wonderful. Of course, your mom and dad, when they were around, were a big part of your show. They have
Yes.
such an incredible story themselves, and coming from Europe, Holocaust survivors.
Yes.
With that in
That's
mind,
right.
you must be so unbelievably grateful with the lot that you have in life.
That's actually the number one thing that I feel every day is grateful and lucky. Considering where they came from, considering how we started as a family, and just to be a person to have this kind of luck, no matter where you're from, have to acknowledge every day that I got to pinch myself. Yes, I
Yeah.
get annoyed. I watch the news. I get despondent sometimes. But underneath it all, I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
I think a lot of people would agree. I have to ask you about
Hey.
one other TV show, and it's not
Sure.
it's not Everybody Loves Raymond. I want to ask about that
No.
one episode of Curb
Yeah.
Your Enthusiasm,
Yes.
where you
Yes.
sit down with Larry David and he's wearing a MAGA
Yes.
hat. Tell us about that day.
Yes.
Take us behind the scenes.
That was in 2016. And I actually thought when Larry was going to do this joke of trying to get rid of people by wearing the MAGA hat, I thought, I don't know if this joke's going to work because it might be dated by the time we get on the air. Guess what?
Yeah.
Not dated yet.
Do people still make comments about it to you?
They do. Everyone loves that episode. It's a great, funny episode, and he's a genius in that way. I honestly, I didn't know if it was going to work, and sadly, it still works.
Phil, thank you very much for speaking with us today. Have a safe rest of your trip.
It's my absolute pleasure, and speaking for many of the people here in the United States, we love you, Canada.
We love you too. Thanks very much. And Phil Rosenthal's new book is Phil's Favorites, Recipes from Friends and Family to Make at Home.